Hey everyone, my name is Jed Malinkspan and I'm an incoming senior at Moreau Catholic High School. And my project is the MIDI controller. And this project utilizes digital inputs. I can show it here, like the button press right here, and the potentiometer, which is the analog input right here. And these inputs are sequence music and play any instrument or sound of your choice on a connected device such as a laptop. And I chose this project because it combines two of my greatest interests, music and engineering. It really is the best of both worlds. And while I'm not a professional in the field of music at all, one of my hobbies is mixing songs together and creating mashups with my DJ Serato controller. And when I saw this project on the Blue Stamp website, I knew I had to do it. And overall, just seeing the connection between engineering and music throughout the course of the project was so amazing to me. And it motivated me to push through during these 3 weeks. And yeah, I have a demo, which I'll explain shortly. Here I play a primarily vocalized and a cappella version of one of my favorite EDM songs, which is Divinity by Porter Robinson. And to play this version, I simply twisted the potentiometer knob counterclockwise to start the song. And moreover, I was able to connect the buttons on my MIDI controller to a drum pad on FL Studio so that each workable button could play a different drum beat, and try to ignore my weird hand and finger movements as well as the loud noises of the buttons. I was really trying to get the beats correct. And also keep in mind that I'm not a master of the drums. Let me share my screen. So that was my demo video. And one second, I need to stop this. So yeah, how it works with the technical details. I created practice circuits for the button interface and the potentiometer on the breadboard, and this was the first milestone I had to overcome. After successfully completing these tasks, I worked with MIDI code from recent MIDI projects to convert serial messages into MIDI signals using software called Hairless MIDI, I believe, which then connected to FL Studio 20 to play the sounds. And the most challenging part for me was honestly just the beginning, when I was learning how the Arduino and the breadboard worked in correlation with my project. It was new to me, and it put me in a time crunch when drilling holes and assembling everything at the very end. And yeah, it left me with not much time, but I worked hard and pulled through. And some modifications for this project that I would do later down the line, I would add some LED backlights using code from Arduino IDE, because I think that would look pretty sick with the buttons and everything. And also, I don't want all the buttons to work, because I don't know if you could tell, but only like 8 of the 16 buttons could work. So I want all 16 to work. And overall, my overall reflection of my time at Blue Stamp from these 3 weeks, it was very enriching. It was a very enriching experience. I loved being at Blue Stamp since I've never experienced like the nitty gritty parts of being an engineer. And before Blue Stamp, I had absolutely no outside experience. It inspired me to get better at music as a whole and solidified my passion for problem solving in the field of engineering. Thank you.
All right, that was super cool. Are there any questions?
I have a question. Did you program it to play other instruments?
No, I used I didn't really use code for the instruments. I just used for the potentiometer, and then with the button press, they had to be generators, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll try to play Guitar Hero.
I have a question. So I've seen on like bigger, I mean, I think these are MIDI players where it looks like you can like, they've got like the bigger kind of twisty controls, or, you know, they've got like lots of different stuff on them. If there was one type of input that you could add to yours, what do you think you'd want to add?
Oh, wow. I think I'd want to just add like effects, like, you know, like an explosion sound or like a filter. Yeah, if I had more time, I would probably add that stuff. And yeah, I wanted to like recreate like a launch pad, like for those DJs use all the time. But yeah.
So cool. Great job.